Hello, hi guys, it's Inam here and welcome back to the cupboard. I've been after some lights for my bedroom, so I'm going to be installing these. They're NanoLeaf light panels. I was originally going to put bed lamps here on these two sets of wires that I've pulled through the wall here, but I changed my mind once I saw these. The NanoLeaf light panels smarter kit. As you can see here, triangles that essentially slot together and they can be voice controlled, work with HomeKit, Google Home, any type of home that's smart effectively. Along the back here you can see the various colors that you can get through. The colors change. It's a live mode. You can see what designs are on here, and you've got a little wire that dangles down and connects up to the power supply. So straightforward really, you would think. And you can see these are energy efficient, CES 2017 awards. So yeah, these have been out for a year or so, I think, off the top of my head. You get 9 panels with these, 9 little linkers they're called, to link the panels together. One power adapter, some sticky tape, mounting tape they're calling it. That's how the panels actually stick to the wall. And you got the power supply there as well. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. I've had this for a day or so now and I've been dying to actually open this up. When you go to cut the box through the camera and miss it completely. So there we go, take that off that side and make sure this side is completely clean as well. Awesome. And we'll see if we can just slide this off if you allow me to, but I think it's on pretty tight. Oh look, you got a QR code on the side of it. So yeah, sliding that up, and NanoLeaf smarter by design. So yeah, these are quite expensive really. Links will be down in the description box below if you're after any, but they are cool. And you are lighting your bedroom or whatever part of the home you want to. Welcome to a smarter life. Setup videos online, but quite self-explanatory. So the panels are pretty big here. So let's just at comparison, that's a Pixel 2 XL here. So let's take out the adapter that plugs into the first panel here, and you can see the linker coming out of it. A matte white finish, not glossy at all. Tactile buttons, feels good. So you can see 24 volts, 1 amp output, and we'll leave those to one side. You get the power adapter. This is obviously not for the UK kettle lead there. So we've got the UK kettle lead here as well. 3-pin UK power adapter, absolutely awesome. You got the linkers, should have about 9 of those. We'll leave those out here. And this side, you've got the power brick. Kettle lead plugs in there, and obviously the other end plugs in to this little fella. So we've got sticky tabs. This is how these panels are fixed to the wall. Leave those there, and we've got plenty of those, absolutely awesome. And we should have 9 panels. So if I just lift these out, and they are pretty in there. There we go. I got it. So yeah, let's have a look at them. So the first panel, you can see where the linkers attach. We can attach each panel to another one. So NanoLeaf, these feel very well made. I thought they might be too thin, but yeah, those look very well made indeed. What I've just done is plugged in the power adapter underneath my desk here, and you can see there's a little light which symbolizes that the power is coming through. Now, the other end of this little pin here plugs into this module, which plugs into the panels. So all I simply do, and this is going to be quite hard one-handed, so is plug in the pin from the wall socket into here. There we go, like so. That's plugged in firmly, and here's our control unit. So at the moment it's not going to do anything. You've got a linker inserted in there completely, and all we simply do is, here's the side of one of our panels. We're going to plug it straight in here, and if it doesn't move around, we'll just plug it straight in. There we go. So we got power, and the lines that you can see on the screens are just the refresh rate of the camera recording the light. It doesn't actually look like flickery lights here. Now I'm going to plug in another panel here, so I'll take another linker. Now this isn't flimsy, it seems quite sturdy, but I wouldn't want to try and bend it at all. So all we're going to do is plug this in to the side of this panel here, and it does slot in very easily, I gotta admit. So we'll pick up another panel here, and is that 2 panels I've picked up? No, just the one. Awesome. So you do have these tracing paper type of sheets on here, so if you want to mark out on the wall where you want to put them first before laying out the panels or fixing them permanently, so that's pretty cool. So all we're going to do here is we've got the one panel, and we're going to line up the other linker, or that linker, into the slot, and there we go, as easy as that. So those should look kind of pinkish. Now obviously, as I say, the light refresh rate is going to be a little bit weird coming through in the camera, but it looks perfectly fine from where I'm standing. So we'll do another one just to show you again. So grab another linker, so you just push it in and that's in there. I'll grab another panel here without lifting the tracing paper, and you should just be able to align this up with a linker, and there we go. 3 panels quite easily done. So I've laid this out on my bed here just to see how it would look. I may change the design, but just to make sure all the panels actually work, and they do. This control panel does switch everything off, as you can see. Switching it on, they'll illuminate in their own little time. Pressing the up button does cycle them through their colors or the next theme that's going through, so that works absolutely awesomely. So I'm going to use the triangle kind of tracing paper that came with these to mark them out on the wall or where I want them to go. So I'm an OCD freak here, so I want to cover up some of these holes I've got for the lamps I wanted, and you can see I've marked out a complete level across here and the middle of this particular wall, and it has to be absolutely straight, otherwise it will drive me crazy. That's absolutely straight and bang on dead center within that wall. I leveled it vertically and horizontally as well, so I think it's going to look pretty cool. I'm going to start off with the center panel here, so I'm leaving the linkers in, and we're going to be putting the sticky pads on here, the double-sided, and you want to put them where the next panel goes, that it covers the pad. So I'm going to be working my out from the center outwards because I want it to be dead level straight, and as I say, the OCD would kill me. So removing one of these, and the next panel is going to go here and that way, so I'm going to make sure that the pads are in this direction, and you want to make them so that the tab actually pops out a little bit here. So we'll do that right there, and the other tab that we're going to use is along the other side, and we'll place it just there. So now that these are on here, I'm going to remove the plastic here, and we're now ready to press this straight onto the wall. So that looks good. I'm just going to keep it pressed down for about 10 seconds just to make sure it's got a good bond with the wall, and then we can begin with the next panel. So here we go, we've got the tiles. I'm going to flip these around, and you can see where the pads are going to go on the next few tiles. So I'm just going to slide this onto the existing linker like so. Control unit clicks in here will cover these wires, so I'm just going to bend that back and then clip that in, and there we go. I've had the panels connected for a couple of days now, and to be honest, I've been struggling with trying to get them to connect to the application. No matter what I do, what instructions I follow, they do not work, and the forums are full of other people are also having the same issue. So I'm going to go through some of the steps that I've gone through to try and get this final attempt to work. So first of all, make sure you're connected to the Wi-Fi, and then make sure that your Wi-Fi is only running at 2.4 gigahertz frequencies. The reason for that is these NanoLeaf light panels do not work with 5 gigahertz frequencies. So as you can see, I'm connected to my wireless network, which I'm using a Netgear Orbi mesh system for. The frequency is 2.4 gigahertz. Now if you've got a similar sort of system, you can go into the advanced settings and turn down the 5 gigahertz frequency, allowing the 2.4 gigahertz frequency to take the higher priority. So once you're connected, like so, download the application from the Play Store. It's straightforward, doesn't take very long. So I'm just going to hit open here. As soon as it loads up, create a home and create a room of where your lights are going to be, and it takes you to this dashboard here. Nothing special, so hit on add device, and there's the NanoLeaf Aurora panel. So I'm going to tap on this to connect to it, and as you can see, it selected my Wi-Fi network automatically, and there's 2 in there because I'm guessing I've got 2 radios, so it's picked up both. It doesn't allow you to deselect them here, so I'm just going to go with it and hit next, and I'm going to punch in the password. We're going to hit next, and what I found is I keep on getting this error: enter your password for the following network. Doesn't list a network, and it basically says if your controller's LED is off, make sure you're connected to a 2.4 gigahertz network, restart the app, and if your controller's LED is on, unplug your light, blah blah blah, restart your phone and try again. Which is cool. I'll keep on getting past this. I can't get past it, so I'm just going to hit OK to this. Now before I have another go, I noticed that my phone, and I'm using a Google Pixel 2 XL, switches between the Aurora Wi-Fi, which has no internet coming through it, and my actual Wi-Fi, which is connected to the internet. And I think what's going on is, while I have the application, the Aurora application open here, it switches between the Aurora Wi-Fi and the actual Wi-Fi, and because it's doing the switching, the application can't pair. That's what my theory is anyway. So connect up to your Aurora Wi-Fi, and notice what it says down here: Wi-Fi has no internet access, tap for options. So this network has no internet access. Stay connected? Yes. So you definitely want to stay connected. You don't want it to switch. So we're going to leave it there and hit don't ask again for this network. And it says stay connected. We're going to say yes. Okay, so it should stay connected to the Aurora network now. So when we have another go, it picks up the Wi-Fi. Cool. Hit next. I'm going to punch in my password here again. Okay, password's in, so we'll give that next. Secure connection. Wi-Fi credentials. Configuration complete. Waiting for your light panels to join the network. And we should still be connected to the Aurora. Nope, it switched over to the Wi-Fi, so that's pretty cool. So now it's asking for the pairing code that's on the bottom of the module here. So we're going to hit OK. Searching for Aurora. No, searching for devices. There we go. What do you want to call your light panels? I'll just call them Aurora. To be honest, I just want it to connect. So we'll hit next. Setup complete. Done. Your light panels are now paired and ready to go. Hit done. The lights are all set up and they look absolutely awesome. I'm a little bit disappointed that the camera's not picking up on how vibrant the colours actually are. But hey ho. And those little refresh rate lines that you can see going across each panel here, you can't see in real life. I can't really do much about that. That's simply the camera picking up on the refresh rate of the lights there. But let's head on over into the application, and now literally it's the same screen that you see here when you first go into it. You've got dashboard, discover, remotes and schedules. We're going to take a look at dashboard first, then we'll go through the others. So from here you can turn it on or you can turn it off. From up here you can change the brightness of whatever theme you've got set. Make it low so it's completely off, or very, very vibrant indeed. So We'll have a look at the editing colors in a second, but just go down here. These are your themes as such. So if I select, we're already on color burst. If we go to flames, and you should be able to pick up on each panel changing ever so slightly. I'm going to put the color down to about 50%, so hopefully you can see that a little bit better, or maybe not. But those effectively, the panels are changing color ever so slightly, so it looks like there's flames, different variations of orange. That's pretty cool. If you just go to forest, I'm just going to do a couple of these so you can get a feel for what they actually look like. And yeah, variations of green there. If we do inner piece, similar sort of thing. And you can scroll all the way down. These are what you've selected or added to your library of scenes. So yeah, and Night Rider is a cool one here as well. So if I tap Night Rider, and you can change the speed of it as well, so it's a little bit faster. I think it may have been a little bit faster, but I think I screwed it up by messing with the settings, but hey ho. And this is the one I've created here, which is just one light in the center as a night light. So you don't have to have all of them on, you can just choose one, and that can be the way you want to go. So let's do color burst at the top here, and then we'll go into the paint box here. So you can change the colors as you wish. Looks pretty cool. Green, blues, absolutely awesome. So because we're selected on purple, we're going to go into whites here. You can also change how warm or how cool your whites are. So this one's very warm indeed. This one's cool. I love the ability to customize literally everything. So advanced, you can change it via RGB colors if you want, via the toggles, or if you know the exact figures that you need, you can punch those in as well. So we're going to head back here, and the other thing that we can do is if we go into edit, this pen symbol here, you can change how bright or how low it is from this little toggle here, and it works really well. Now if you don't want each panel to be lit up, what you can do is hold down on the panel and there'll be a percentage number popping up along the top there. Down obviously takes it to 0, 100 takes it to full brightness, and you can see that one there has gone black. So if I tap it again and go down to 0, tap it again, go up to 100, it should have come back, but it hasn't. So tap on white, tap on that, and there you go. Black obviously means that it's off, so you can do that with the center one. It's on 33%. If I go all the way down, and it's gone off, as you can see there. So you don't have to have all of them illuminated. At night, I'm just going to have as a night light just the one illuminated because I'm a child. So dynamic here, you can change the speed at which, if you want to set up your own type of animation going across here, you can change how fast it goes. Like the Night Rider one, you can change how fast it goes. As you can see here, tortoise, hair, self-explanatory really. You can change the brightness as well from here if you want to set up something on your own, something specific, and then share it with everybody else. Random, as you can see here, if you choose a pattern, you can change. I'll show you. Let's pick a pattern because that'll be easier. So if we go to Nemo, see Nemo's changing those lights. That's cool. If we're going to not rhythm, we'll go to edit, and it gives us the same options here. You can choose how fast. It changes those, and it gives you a little warning about epilepsy. So we'll click continue, and it's doing it a little bit faster than it did before. And some of these options here, you can see, depending on how you've got your light set up, these will have a great impact on what they're doing. Mine's only straight, but if you've got a circle set up or a square or a triangle, it can look really cool. So if you go to flow, and you can also change the direction in which the lights are changing if you had a circle or some sort of shape set up there. But that's pretty cool. and you can choose to have it on loop or repeat if you've got like a circle or something like that. If we fade, that's self-explanatory. It's a little bit crazy there, so I'm just going to turn down the speed so it fades out between the colors this time. And burst is effectively that. I will speed it up again so hopefully you can see that. And the wheel is self-explanatory. If you've got a wheel set up there, this will look absolutely awesome. So the rhythm section here, what does it say here? Rhythm upgrade needed. And that's because I don't have the rhythm plugin. Now rhythm is basically a component that plugs in to your light panels, and it's got a microphone on it. Now according to what music it can hear, it'll illuminate the panels in a certain way. Definitely cool, but very expensive. So we're going to go back here, and we're back on the dashboard. So you can group them up here as well here if you've got more than one set of light panels, but I've got only the one, so I'm going to go head on over back into color, and let's go into Northern Lights, and that gives you a good idea of the kind of animations that occur. I deliberately showed this because hopefully the highlights on this side panels here show up the kind of lights that it can produce, because I can appreciate the lights don't look the best on camera. So that's the dashboard here, but if you head on over into Discover, this is where you can search for scenes that have been set up by other people like you. So not just NanoLeaf, but other people. And if you see here, you can see the names of the people that created these and uploaded them to NanoLeaf. So if we just tap on, say, Disco Color, and we want to preview it, we don't want to download it because we want to see what it looks like. We preview, and we select which NanoLeaf we want it to show up on. I've only got one, so I'm going to hit done. And for some reason it gives you, it didn't give me a failure then, but yeah, there we go. Disco lights in your home. So yeah, and if we pick another one here that's less crazy, like Christmas lights, and if we do done, we got red, greens, whites, standard Christmassy lights there, looking absolutely awesome. So yeah, you can see what other people have created, what schemes they've created and uploaded. So you can do the same if you want. Again, you've got the same for the rhythm section, but I don't have that microphone component, so there's no point going in there because I can't show you, but you can see the list of things that other people have uploaded here. Now if we go into remotes, now they do sell this remote for the NanoLeaf, but it's out of stock. I can't really see the point of it, but if you change your lights up quite often, then I can see how easy it could be if you do have a remote for it. And it's this weird type of shape, but looks cool. I don't have one. And the schedules here, this device does work with Apple HomeKit. You got Google Home, Google Assistant, as well as if statements as well. But I love the fact that they've built in schedules in here. So if I show you the first one, I've got this set up for 6 AM in the morning, and you can select what scene you want. And I forgot what I just had listed. Hey ho, but if we pick forest, and you can set it up as never, hourly, daily, weekly, and so on from there. I've got it set up for daily, hit save, and it puts it in here. Now you don't have an off function as such, so what I've done is whenever I want to turn the device off, I've set up a scene where none of the panels are actually alight, and I've just called it off, as you can see here, and set it to daily at 9. So it comes on at 6, turns off at 9, and hopefully it should be light by then, so you shouldn't need to have any lights there. Same goes for in the evening. We've got forest for 5:15 daily, and then switches off for the night scene at 10 PM. So for some reason it didn't have my night scene. I'll select one panel for night light, because as I say, I'm a child. So if you head on over into dashboard, and we've got the Christmas lights currently on here. Now I did see a favorite of mine before under Discover, and it was called, let's see, if you go back to color and search, I think it was called Skittles, and it was very vibrant indeed. It actually looked really cool. So we got Skittles here by someone called Waffles. let's preview it and hit done. And it's very vibrant indeed, and you get all the Skittle colors. It looks absolutely awesome. I have this on quite a lot. So, and you've also got another Skittles by someone else with less vibrant colors, and again you can mess with these if you want. So once you've got them set on your wall here, if you want to mess with particular timings, or I don't know, if you want to see, whoops, come out application completely, if you want to change the timings of them or something like that, just head on over into the dashboard and hit edit, and it'll edit whatever is currently playing on your panels, and you can mess with the way it changes its rotation. You can change how many colors it will use out the color palette. You can change whether it's using burst and changes in a particular way in that sense, or for it to not change each individual panel, just to fade in and fade out. You get the idea by now. You can do highlights, you can do random colors. So if you want to amend someone else's scene that they've created, once you've downloaded it, or once it's even previewed on your lights, you can change it however you want. So there you have it, guys, a look at the NanoLeaf Aurora 9-panel smarter kit. Absolutely awesome. I did initially think that the little sticky tabs that they're supplied may not be able to hold up the weight of the panels, but the panels are very lightweight. They're actually really well made, and they hold up the panels fine, no issues at all. They don't slip off or anything like that. I've had them up for about 3-4 days now, and there's no issues with them whatsoever. So the little tabs can hold the weight absolutely fine, so don't feel as if they might slip off at any point. So that's pretty good. The initial setup process is very poor, I'm not going to lie. The way the Wi-Fi was switching between the NanoLeaf Aurora and existing Wi-Fi couldn't set up the panels correctly, but that may be more of an Android thing. But there's plenty of people on forums complaining to NanoLeaf that they can't set up the panels or make a connection to their panels for whatever reason. Strangely enough, I didn't see many people with iOS devices having issues, but that may have been just the forums I was actually on. So that's why I kept in the little section about the 2.4 gigahertz radio. Make sure once you're connected to the NanoLeaf, because there's no internet, make sure your device doesn't switch away from it automatically, because that will have an impact on it as well. So hope this helps you out. A very poor setup in my personal case, but once the panels are up and you're connected, the app works fine. They work according to the schedules fine, and they look cool. It's definitely a talking point, and yeah, it looks different. But they are very pricey considering you only get 9 panels in the smarter kit, and if you want more, you have to buy extension kits of more triangular panels. But as ever, I'll leave a link to them down in the description box below if you're after any. Thanks for watching. If you're new, hit subscribe and hit that little notification bell. Leave a like, why not? Have a wicked day, and I'll see you next time.